In today's video, we talk about prepping without telling anyone.
All by myself.
Hey guys, what's going on? This is Paul Ravella from ProPhysique.com. In today's video, I just want to talk about this year, this season. The process of me getting on stage again, which I haven't done in a couple years, and why I kind of didn't really talk much about it, why I didn't make it a big deal, why I didn't make it a part of my online presence. I do a video almost every day. I do an Instagram post pretty frequently, and I'm a part of this bodybuilding world. And so it would have been very easy for me to talk about it. In fact, when I first did my first competition, I started documenting it in 2007. My lead up to the stage in 2008, you can still find it on bodybuilding.com. I did things like pictures and showed weight. I had to learn how to use the internet back then. And documenting that process was a lot of fun for me. What I found that was by documenting it and people following along and commenting, and I was commenting on their threads, it kind of built a family. It built some momentum. I felt not only like I was competing to get on stage, but I felt like, hey man, this is really cool. We're building a community. Some of the people that were a part of that community are still some of my very closest friends to this day, and certainly people that are very much a part of the sport. All the guys from 3D Muscle Journey, I met through those forums. People like Lane Norton, Tommy Jeffers, Ryan Doris, Ben Esgro, Dom D'Agostino, and countless others were a part of those forums to the point where we ended up becoming friends offline. It was a way of connecting with people that we had a lot in common. So why would I not take that approach this year? Well, this year competing was not a certainty for me. You see, when I started dieting in January, I had in the back of my mind that I would like to do a show. But I also had a pregnant wife, a business that has been growing very quickly. Not only myself as a coach, but I've also started this business as I'm coaching coaches. I now have several coaches that work for me. So for me, contest prep this year was less about myself and more about just making the process of getting into contest shape a journey for me. I wanted to see how I could do it, how it could be done. I've gone on 23 separate trips this year, all around the world, from Australia to LA to Chicago, all over the world I've gone, okay? And during that time, I've stayed into this process of contest prep and got lean. Only when it was very close to the contest did I actually tell people that I was competing, usually the people closest to me, either via email or in person. In fact, this last show that I did, I really kind of kept it under the vest because it wasn't even on my radar until I did the show in August. So I want to give you my reasons why I would do that, why I would keep it. Well, first and foremost, contest prep, getting lean for stage, is a very selfish, no matter how you slice it. You have to take time out of your day to do things in order to be at your best. Now, for someone like myself who works from home, I have a gym at home. It really minimized the selfishness, as in 3 years ago, I had to go to the gym for every cardio session. What I found was it was so helpful to have a cardio system and a weight system at my house, because it meant that I could do the cardio whenever I wanted, before people got up, after people went to bed, in the middle of the day if I had free time. So that was the first big thing. And the real reason I really didn't tell people, I think the biggest reason was I just didn't want to put the pressure on myself. When you tell people you're competing, they're going to start buying into it. They're going to ask you all the time, how's prep going? I really didn't want to take the focus off of the other things that I have going on in my life. I didn't want to take the focus off my family, and I didn't want to take the focus off my clients. I am far more vested in the results of my clients than I am in myself. For me, I'm gonna get on stage, win, lose, or draw, and be happy that I just got the opportunity to get up there and compete, because I've done competitions for years. This is actually the 10th year anniversary of my first ever competition. My initial goal was to do the first show I did 10 years ago. Well, life has a funny way of changing what you think is gonna be your goal, because that was right around the time that my second son, Jace, was born. So what did we do? We just kind of adjusted things and made things fit. The next show I was going to compete in was the Tampa Pro. Well, I had 5 or 6 clients in that show, and it just started to seem like it was going to be overwhelming to compete in a show with clients. So I ended up doing a small little show in Gainesville and had a blast. One of the best shows I've ever been to. I could not give better feedback than the NPC Gainesville Classic. If you're looking for a show next year around, I think it was August 9th or 10th. Man, fantastic venue, fantastically run staff. They run the show very smoothly. They treat everybody with respect. Amazing awards. I got these like giant trophies. Like, I could not give better feedback about the Gainesville show. And then competing one more time, well, I had earned professional status as a bodybuilder, and I thought, why not compete as a professional in men's physique, as the sport has taken a leap forward. I'm still not competitive at the World Championships of Natural Bodybuilding, but I found out I'm very competitive at the World Championships of Natural Men's Physique. In fact, we'll see how that goes, but the reason I didn't discuss it this year was mostly about keeping the focus off of me. I love the process of competing. I don't need anyone else to know that I'm doing it. I don't need it to be like, look at me, I'm doing this. And I'm not saying that other people that compete make it, that's what they're doing. But for me, it was literally just, I wanted to push myself. I wanted to be in my client's shoes. I wanted to be reminded why I love this sport. And let me tell you, nothing prepares you for being a better coach than going through what your clients go through. And so with that said, I just wanted to say thank you guys for following along. There's going to be an amazing video coming out tomorrow. My man Ayush is working on the results from the OCB Yorton Cup, so that video is going to be out tomorrow. We also have a little bit of a documentary I'm working on, kind of going over the changes that have happened in my life since I started competing in bodybuilding, since I made that decision 11 years ago to compete in a show. And that's going to be really cool. So what did I benefit this year? What did I get out of it? Well, one thing I really needed was some professional photos, and I've had 2 professional photo shoots now, so I'm going to have materials when someone says, hey, we'd like to have you on our podcast. I don't have to send them a selfie from the gym. I have these actual professional photos. The second thing I learned is that taking your time and getting into contest shape, it's just the best way to do it. I started in January at around 225 pounds, and I ended at the lowest weight of my prep at 195, losing 30 pounds over the course of 35, 36 weeks. Not all those weeks were contest prep weeks. Some of those weeks were flying to Australia. Some of those weeks were at the Arnold in Ohio. Some were at the Olympia in Las Vegas. Some were at shows. I was just in Spokane, Washington. Yes, I'm able to travel, eat out, track macros, flexible diet my way into contest shape, and excel. That was something I wanted to see. So I was able to do a couple things this year that I really set out to do. I was able to navigate the process of having a new son, having a business, having clients, and getting into shape and living this lifestyle, okay? It doesn't have to be all or nothing. Yes, there are hard days, there are hard weeks, but it is so worth it in the end. And I really won't even be able to tell you all the benefits that I've gotten out of this prep because it literally just ended. It just ended Saturday. It still hasn't even hit me that it's all done with, right? I still, in the back of my mind, feel like I have to go in and do some cardio and do, I have to readjust my thinking. I'm going to be a part of a reverse diet study that's going on at the University of South Florida. They're looking for participants. If you want to get hormones like blood drawn, if you want to get body composition pre and post contest, let me know below. I'll put James Longstrom's email in the description box if you want to be a part of this reverse diet study that's going on at the University of South Florida. Now you have to be in Tampa to do it, so that could limit the amount of participants. But so over the next couple of weeks and months, I will document that for you guys. I have some fun things I want to do. I want to stay nice and lean. I want to have some fun. I want to do a 1,000 carb refeed video. I want to do one day 1,000 carbs. I'm going to do that, but I'm going to fit it into my reverse diet study. So there's going to be a lot of things that are going on over the next couple months that you're going to be a part of. In 2 weeks, I'm going to be in Miami for NPC Nationals with some amazing clients. We're coming back to win that overall again. Also, my show is this Saturday. If you're in the Tampa area and you want to go to tampanatural.com, you can check out a great natural bodybuilding show. We have the most competitors we've ever had. So Believe me, this was just a part of my year, and I did not want to make it the focus of everything that was going on. I did not want this year to be about Paul's in prep. No, I wanted this year to be about all the things that are going on, my family, my clients, this journey, this fitness journey, how I answer your questions. So that's why I kind of kept it under wraps. I didn't really want to take the focus off of all that. I didn't want to put any added pressure on myself to have to get on stage. And most of all, I did it selfishly. I just wanted to enjoy the journey. I wanted to enjoy getting in shape. It's fun being lean. It's fun pushing yourself for a goal. No one made me do it. I didn't need to do it. It's not going to change my life because I got on stage this year. I already knew what I was capable of doing. This year I did it so much just for the fun. I've never had so much fun backstage, during a show, before and after a show. Dr. Joe went with me to the show this year in Norton in DC, and having him there the day before, the 2 days before, helping me peak. Best package I've ever brought to stage, most confident I've ever felt on stage. And with those amazing athletes, to be one of the top in the world, it's a complete honor. And that's it, guys. Hope you're having an awesome day. Tomorrow's video is gonna be, as Ayush Swami would say, lit, yo. All right, guys, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All by myself.